The Montessori philosophy works beautifully because it was developed for the child, for the individual child. It's not forced on the child. So your child is in constant movement, he's exploring, he's curious. The Montessori classroom lends itself to that. We have an open work cycle where children move freely around the classroom and they could choose lessons they're captivated by. The lessons are very multisensory. They're feeling it, they're touching it, they're hearing it. And this really entices the child to learn. So it's not teacher-led, it's child-led. And that, at that age, is very important because the child wants to learn, the child wants to work, and we foster that. We don't impede them from learning, but we allow them to work freely in the classroom. The Montessori classroom has a 3-year cycle. So I have children in my toddler program as young as 18 months to 3 years old. In my preschool program, I have 3 to 6-year-olds. And then in lower elementary, we have 1st through 3rd, and then upper 4th through 5th. The 3-year cycle is beautiful because the little ones are learning from the older ones. The older ones are role models to the little ones. And in the classroom environment, in the community, is very empathetic. My older ones know to treat the little ones with respect, and the little ones are captivated and learning by my young ones. It's part of a society. In a society, we're not all the same age. Neither it is in the Montessori classroom. And they value their individuality because there's so many differences that they're comfortable with their individuality. Our students are self-taught, self-learners, independent thinkers. When they leave our program, they leave ready for whatever life throws at them because we've never impeded them from learning. We let them grow at their own pace and learn at their own pace. Every child has a unique talent. And it is important for the Montessori teacher to really peek into that talent. By allowing the child to explore the different areas of the classroom, we really get to know what their strengths and weaknesses are. As opposed to teaching to the group, we teach to the individual. And in teaching to the individual, we understand what their strengths and weaknesses are. The teacher in a Montessori classroom is not a leader, but she follows the child's needs. So in other words, the teacher is not implementing herself in the child, but she is kind of reading into the child's needs and then she works with that child. More importantly for us is how they're learning, and if it takes them a little longer, that is okay because your child is an individual. At Kingswood Montessori, for us, most important is for our students to enjoy the process of learning, the love of learning. And we don't want that love of learning to leave when they leave Kingswood Montessori. That's why independence for us is so important. We allow them to choose the work that they want to work on as long as they want to work on it. Because for us, it's not so important what they're learning, but the process of learning and the enthusiasm about learning. We don't want that to go away. And at times, when adults force themselves on the child to learn, and the child loses that passion. So we allow them to explore the areas of interest. It's important for the child to have that connection with nature. And here on this campus, we sit on 5 acres, and we are fortunate enough to allow the child to freely run and play as much as they can. They enjoy swinging, running, playing outside, doing gardening, sitting outside for snack, doing art in the yard is always a treat. We can and we let them because unfortunately they don't get to do that a lot nowadays. We sit here on a 5-acre campus in the Redlands. We're fortunate enough to have it and we let them play as much as they can. The kids love working with the animals. They feed them, they groom them, they walk them, and it's a great way to learn about responsibility. When they leave the school, that's one of the things that they remember most, the relationship that they had with the animals here. Kingswood Montessori, for me, it's not just a school. It's my home. My family's here, my children are here. And when you walk into the classrooms, you feel the love that the teachers have for each and every one of their children. It's a community. The families come to us, giving us their children so we can guide them. And for us, it's a privilege. And we take that privilege very seriously. And you feel and you see that every day in the classrooms. How they work with the child, how they care for them, and how they worry if they're learning at their own pace or not. And that's what we want from you. We want you to come into the classroom and feel that energy and feel that connection because it's a community and we're all here for the same thing, to improve your child's life. We thank you for watching this video. This is the first step in making a decision for the education of your child. We welcome you to come into the classrooms, observe the Montessori principle in action, and fall in love with it. My name is Madai Rodriguez, and I'll be waiting for you. Thank you.